So did you know that the Fantastic Four movies from the early 2000s weren't the first Fantastic Four movies to be made and kind of released? If you're like me, then you would have grown up watching the Fantastic Four movies from the early 2000s starring Chris Evans and the rest of the gang who were absolutely incredible and made my childhood really. But before they put on the spandex, another Fantastic Four was made back in 1994 with a budget of just $1 million. But despite having a ridiculously low budget, it actually tends to be one of the most comic book accurate superhero films ever made, and most certainly the most accurate Fantastic Four movie ever made. The film was never actually officially released, but it's become very popular online and you can actually watch it on YouTube, and it does actually feature a full origin story of the Fantastic Four. And you may be wondering why they decided not to release this movie, and it's really down to Marvel really. Essentially back in the 80s they decided to sell the cinematic rights to the Fantastic Four to another company called Constantine Film, and then they decided to make this movie. But due to its low budget, it really did scare Marvel about the low quality of this film, and so they essentially offered to pay the entire production budget back to Constantine Film in order to halt the release, because they really did feel like it was a threat to their IP's reputation. That's one of the reasons which has been said, but also Stan Lee has had his own story, simply just saying it was never intended to be released. He went on to say that they only made the movie in order to keep the rights to those characters cinematically, because otherwise they would have lost them and they would have gone back to Marvel, despite, you know, them paying however much they paid for those rights. But who knows exactly what happens. I'm really looking forward to First Steps. What about you? Are you looking forward to it? That's a story. Follow for more.